My first experience with Mass Effect was when I played it at a friend's house. Yeah, I just saw this game and I thought, holy crap, this game looks amazing. There was some really cool combat with it. You had some cool, like, weird psychic powers, like, you know, throwing like these ridiculous sort of blue beams around the place and knocking people over. And yeah, like, it was one of the games that made me want to get an Xbox 360 outside of something like Halo.
Myself, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. I got the 360 on launch, and I got it for Dead Rising, and I played the crap out of Dead Rising, and it came with this game called Mass Effect, and I was like, I don't really want to play that game. I'll get around to it. And one day I had nothing else to do. I was bored. I threw it in. I'm like, holy crap, what is this? Looked at it. My gosh. Same people that bought us KOTOR. It's got that same kind of feel. It was BioWare. And I was sucked in. Boom. Reapers, combat. I was in love. I'm going to say 100%. Your Shepard, completely different to my Shepard.
Absolutely.
Completely different to your Shepard, possibly.
Absolutely.
So, give us a rundown. Who's your Shep?
My Shep was the generic looking Shep. Because I was not a creative person. When I played The Sims and things like that, like, my people always looked god ugly when I tried to make them look like myself. I was like, this looks terrible. So I was like, oh, I'll just go on with a stock guy. It was fine. It doesn't matter. So that's what my Shepard looked like, but I don't remember what his backstory was because I'd played the game so many times since then. But yeah, pretty much most of the time I always run Paragon. What about yourself?
I played as a male Shep as well. Mine was, if you've ever seen Sheamus from WWE, the giant Ranger Irishman, I made a god-awful Shepard. Ranger hair, big mo, so I was smashing stuff up with the powers, using shotguns, and he was a straight Paragon playthrough as well. And I played the game through a bunch of times, but I think the most interesting character I played it through was Cassandra, who was my favorite Shepard I played with. She wasn't Renegade, she wasn't Paragon. She made choices depending on, or I made the choices even, on what I felt at the time. So I was snappy to some people, I was nice to others, I could switch and flip, and I feel like I got more out of the game, and I feel like it was a more legitimate experience as well. And yeah, that was damn good fun. I feel I got more out of the romantic engagements as Fem Shep as I did the Man Shep, because most of the like engagements you could have as Dude Shep were not that interesting. Whereas like you could get Garrus going on with Fem Shep, you could get Liara still, which was my squeeze as Man Shep.
Some of my playthroughs where I'd gotten involved with Tali or Miranda and things, but I usually ended up coming back to Liara, just because I found her story beat so much more interesting and her motivations were so much more interesting.
We've kind of explored a couple of elements that we've really liked about the Mass Effect games, but there's one big dividing thing it seems amongst everybody that plays Mass Effect. The ending of Mass Effect 3. I've seen people rally vehemently against it, and I get it a little, but I don't really mind the ending because, let's all be honest, it was signpost straight from the beginning. It was a sacrifice story. The guy's name is Shepard. It's all pretty laid out in basic like filmic terms. The 3 endings that were in the revised version, or 4 if you count, Shep's still alive. Yeah, sure, they didn't really close off that much of what people wanted, but what can you expect? It's like, there's so much variation of people's gameplay that you can't program an ending for each of those, because then you have such a high production cost.
That's right. All those different choices just calculate so many different permutations of what's going out throughout the story beats and things. Like, you've got all these different races. Like, you've got choices that affect whether or not certain races survive and all these kinds of things. Like, what are we going to do at the end of the game, So, yeah, it didn't really bother me all that much. The game ended and I just kind of moved on, or I went back and played it again. But the end never really bothered me. It never really affected me. Moving on though with Andromeda, like,
it opens into this. Well, not this, but Andromeda. They've opened up a whole new world now. But if they just create a completely detached experience in the universe I love, I'm sold. I'm in for it. What kind of things are you hoping that they bring back from the previous games, or don't bring back in this case?
Well, we already know that there are going to be some familiar races that we've got. Of course, I hope the Elcor are in it. I hope they bring back some of those sort of, I don't want to say lesser races, but sort of like the ones that are outside of the main races, your Asari, Turi, and all that kind of stuff.
They could finally deliver on a Hanar Spectre.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that, on a mechanical sense, I hope they try and merge what made, in my opinion, 2 and 1 really good. I want the expanded character creation from 1 back, so lots more options for skills and stats. Yeah, because 1 was clunky, real clunky.
Oh yeah.
And
when you go back to play that game now, like, it's just like, oof.
It's tank controls, Resident Evil 1 style. But 2 made it much more fluid, and the movement in 3 I liked, like being able to run, dodge, cover, melee.
Yeah.
That was great. but I would like that expanded character creation, because 2 kind of narrowed it down, 3 it just felt like I was picking options to do more DPS if it was that. So that would be cool. I'm kind of hoping we get some more customization elements in. Maybe ships, you can physically modify bits, also statistically modify bits. If you could modify your Mako, make it more specialized, that'd be cool too. Gear, just, yeah, lots of, I don't know, making it more unique is what I think I'd like.
Well, there was a new trailer that came out just days ago where they broke down all the new combat elements and things like that. So, it's so much more fluid, you can do so much more, and you can zip around the battlefield, like all sorts of things, so yeah.
Thank you for hanging out with us, guys, and talking about the wonderful upcoming new Mass Effect. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Been waiting 600 years for this.